Hey, what's going on, guys? I am back, and it has been a hell of a day. It's Tuesday. I was in Fortuna all day for the most part, um, and there's quite a few thrift shops down there. It's an antique shop that sells games, but they're all really high priced, and I try not to go in there. But there was an ad on Craigslist for a new shop that had just opened. Advertising for games. So I went in and checked it out today, and it's kind of a thrift shop, but they've got a couple of glass cases with some game stuff in them. Nothing super great, and not the best pricing on it. They had like a 64 for like $75. They had a Mario Kart 64 for $45. That's like max value on stuff. And a small section of like Wii and 360 and stuff like that. But one really cool thing they did have, and I picked up, was they had three boxed NES games. One of them I didn't get, Double Dribble. I already have it loose, and I I might go back for it. I don't know. Box games are box games. They're cool, but I did pick up two, and I got a pretty freaking good deal on them considering what they're worth. Well, uh, and one of them I did have loose, but whatever. Mission Impossible, complete inbox manual in there, game and sleeve and styrofoam, and it's in really good shape. It's only worth about 10 complete, which is kind of surprising. I thought it would be a little bit more. But, cool. Box game. And then Cool Kid, one I did not have. And this is actually about 25 complete in box. Cool Kid and the Quest for the 7 Wonder Herbs. Yeah, I bet. Anyway, gave me a really good deal on these, 15 for both. So, like, $7.50 a pop. Not bad. I'm not huge on collecting box games. I mean, if I find them, I'll usually pick them up. But I really don't see them that much. And with these two, that makes 5 complete NES games I have, including Metroid. The other two are Fester's Quest and Solar Jet Man. Those are only other two I have complete. So it's a total of 5 boxed NES games. So $15 for those. It was a pretty damn good deal, considering it's together they were about 35. So I, saved about $20. So from there, hit the next thrift shop, which I'll come back to that. They had a couple of things that I was interested in, but I had to wait for the guy to come so I could haggle with him. And so she held a couple of things for me, and I went on my way. Went down and hit the next thrift shop, which rarely ever has crap because one of the reseller douchebags down there has that place on lock. I've seen him come in there with bags, like paper bags with bags stuffed in them, so he could load up on whatever they were holding for him. So what little crap he doesn't, take gets put in a case, and it's always crap. I've never pulled anything really good out of there. But today I am looking through the little case, and I see a GameCube game, and it was nothing special. Carmen Sandiego. It's like a $7 game. Whatever. I was going to pick it up because it would have been like $1 anyway. But when I opened it up, surprise, surprise, Game Boy Player disc. That's legit right there. These things are so freaking hard to find. I see the systems all the time, but you never ever see the boot disc. You look on eBay, rarely are they selling these with the disc. So 50 cents for that. And the case. But 50 cents for a Game Boy player boot disc. So that was a major, major cool thing right there. I was super stoked on that. 50 cents. I actually paid $1 because I got this too, and this is kind of stupid, but I actually have the game for this. It's the PC Tomb Raider Gold. I have just the jewel case with the game, but this is the actual big box that it comes in. It's got the manuals and everything in there. So 50 cents for this, 50 cents for this, $1. You know, how could I say no? And, you know, it's Lara Croft. And boobies. So, there was that. So I was feeling pretty good. Like, you know, nothing super great, but, you know, I was finding stuff. So I was happy. And that Game Boy player disc, just, that made my day. So then I ended up circling back around and hitting the thrift shop that I had already stopped by to haggle over the things that I was interested in. So dude had a PSP and a Game Boy SP. Each had a game, and he had 25 bucks on the PSP, 35 bucks on the SP, which is ridiculous because neither one of them were tested. The PSP didn't have a battery in it. He had no way to know if it worked or not. The SP felt heavy enough to have a battery in it, but it was completely dead. Wouldn't even click on for a second. It was just shot dead. But it was a really cool one. So, like I said, I waited till the dude was there so I could come back and kind of haggle with him. The PSP is a model 2000 silver. It's in pretty good shape, aside from a couple of scratches on the screen, and there's you can see it looked like it's been dropped right there. So I kind of used that to my advantage and said, you know, chances are this thing doesn't work. So, you know, I'm kind of taking a chance by buying it. Same thing with the SP. Even though it's in pretty good shape, doesn't look like it's been dropped or anything, just the fact that it wouldn't turn on, you know, you're taking a chance. So, like I said, 25 on the PSP, 35 on the SP, and then each had a game. The PSP game he had $5 on, which is ridiculous, but there's another story to that. And then the SP came with Gex for Game Boy. I guess that's Game Boy Color. Yeah. So it's like $3 game, nothing special. But the SP, and I took it home, charged it, everything works great. Boom. The NES version, the NES Classic Special Edition SP. Sick. 10 bucks. And like I said, he had 35 on this thing, untested. Had no idea if it worked. Wanted to charge 35 bucks for it. I told him he was out of his mind, and got all of that, both systems and both games for 20 bucks flat. So this, I am so stoked on this. I've been wanting one of these for a very long time. It is in really good shape. I mean, there's some scuffs on the top, but it's really hard to find one that's not any SP. But the inside is immaculate. Like, the screen is perfect. This is all super clean. I mean, it looks brand new on the inside. So I'm super stoked on that. And then the PSP, I took the battery out of my 3000, popped it in, fired right up. Works great. So I just need to order another battery, and I'll have another working $10 PSP. That's three $10 POL. One of them didn't work, but this is the third PSP I got for 10 bucks, and actually the one that didn't work technically I got for $5 because I traded a game I paid $5 for. Yeah, whatever. But this one's gonna go to my boy anyway, so you know, it's okay that the screen's a little scuffed up and stuff. I'm sure he'll abuse it. Anyway, yeah, the Gex game was like $3, but this is the PSP game that came with it, and you know, normally I wouldn't bat an eye at some Madden sports bullshit, but this particular game, in the normal case, you know, the normal PSP case, this game is still worth like 15 or $20, which is really amazing, not only for a sports game, but for a PSP game, because PSP games, they're not really worth shit. But looking it up on price charting, it's like 15 complete. Looking it up on eBay, it's like up in the $20 range. And I could not find a single one like this in this little tiny cardboard case that says not for resale, like it came with the PSP or something. So I don't know for sure, but this, I mean, even just the loose UMD alone is like $12. So this being like a not for resale one, there could be some more value to this. I don't know. I'll have to look deeper into it, but still, $20 for all that. Score, major score. So then after you know, the workday was done, I had talked to a buddy of mine who has been buying NES lots for a while now, and he gets big boxes of games, a lot of doubles, a lot of crap, but we've made, you know, a few deals, and I've ended up with probably 50 games from him, plus another like 25 right here that I'm about to show you. The majority of this is, they're worth about $5. There's a few that are worth 10. I think there's a couple that are worth like 15. Nothing super great, but it's a, you know, pretty decent size addition to the collection. This is like, I think 24 games here. So just gonna blow through them. I'm not gonna like list prices on everything. Like I said, almost everything in here is worth about $5, aside from a few games. And if I can remember which ones, I'll mention it. But we got Vegas Dream, Caesar's Palace, Bad Street Brawlers, which is a Power Glove game. As far as I can tell, you have to have the Power Glove. I don't know if you can use a controller on that one. Super Glove Ball, which is another Power Glove game, but this one, it says it's Power Glove and joystick compatible. But Power Glove. This one's ridiculous, but this is a Power Pad game. Power Pad required. Dance aerobics. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Power Pad and we're gonna jam that shit. And then Sesame Street 1, 2, 3. Good fun there. Bear in mind, I am like eventually going for a complete NES collection, so I do need all this crap. But when I'm done, I'll tell you what I paid for all this, and it's pretty ridiculous. Championship Bowling, Touchdown Fever. That's an SNK game. All Pro Basketball. This one is actually a $15 game right here. Super Dodgeball. $15 game. Not too bad. And, let's see. Super Strike V-Ball. That one I think was 10 or 15. Can't remember. I think it's 10. But, cool stuff there. A Pictionary, which I'm pretty sure I don't have. Yeah. Pictionary. This was a game I freaking loved. This game as a kid. I used to watch the show. This was back when MTV was actually MTV and played music and only had a couple of like shows. But I can't remember if I owned this game or if I just rented it all the time, but I played the crap out of this game. I might have owned it. If I did, great. Now I have it again. But remote control. I love this game. As stupid as it is, that is like some serious childhood shit right there. This one not so much. Hollywood Squares. This one, I don't remember playing this as a kid, but I watched the show religiously. Double Dare. Very nice. Let's see. And we got POW. Most of these are in really good shape too. I think there's only 2 that have kind of messed up labels. They are a little dirty, dusty, but the labels are all intact for the most part. So POW, Rescue the Embassy Mission. Don't know much about that. Pinbot. There's a classic. 8 Eyes. A horrible, horrible classic. Hydlide. Ugh. Ugh. Shitty, shitty game. Flying Dragon, The Secret Scroll. This one is kind of interesting looking, but this is one of the few that have kind of a jacked up label. Luckily, it's pretty intact, and I can probably glue it down without even noticing that it's messed up. So, but cool there. And then 3 movie title games, which I love, as horrible as they are, especially this one. This game is so bad. But I've got the second one, so now I've got the first one, Ghostbusters. Awful, awful game, but, you know, it is Ghostbusters. Gotta have it. Home Alone. Ugh. Yeah. I watched that movie a lot as a kid. And because I had a little sister, I also watched this movie a lot as a kid. Little Mermaid. That's actually like a $10 game. I think Ghostbusters and Home Alone are both about $10 too. But yeah, hey, it's a Capcom game. Can't be that bad. It's something like DuckTales or Rescue Rangers. And then one more from my buddy. This one is really cool. For PS2, Clock Tower 3. Fully complete. Manual game. Only bummer is this was like a used game, so I put the sticker on the inside on the goddamn label. I hate that. I hate that so much. They are hard as hell to get off without messing it up. I'm gonna take a dryer or heat gun or something to it, something to loosen that up. Anyway, $25 game right there, Clock Tower 3. And that's it. That is it. So, lot of stuff today. Nothing super great. Aside from this, the Game Boy. I am so stoked on that. I've been wanting one of these forever. I'm trying to get a whole, the classic NES series for Game Boy Advance. I've got like 5 or 6 of them, but I'm trying to get them all, and this is part of that. So cool, good for me. Heading up to Oregon tomorrow, so I will probably find a crap ton of stuff. Plus, I got a bunch of trade to go to the game shop. If they have anything good, I'll pick it up, and I'll let you guys know what happens. So, thumbs up, comment, do whatever. We'll see you later.